The artificial plane of Wrath was a world of critical importance to Phyrexia in the years leading up to Yawgmoth's planned invasion of Dominaria. Created to serve as a staging ground for Phyrexian troops, this world started off as a barren mass of flowstone, uninhabited by any but Phyrexians themselves. But over time, the Evankars, rulers of the stronghold, would use planar gates to bring more and more life forms to Wrath. Eventually, the world became home to some of the most bizarre and diverse creatures in the multiverse, such as the Slivers, a hive race that shared abilities with one another, the Lycids, parasites that augmented their hosts, and Spikes, a slug-like species that augmented themselves and others. Spikes as a creature type are an oddity in the game of Magic the Gathering. You see, there is virtually no lore about them whatsoever. None of the 11 printed spikes have any flavor text, nor do they play a role in any story that I'm aware of. All information about these creatures is inferred from their cards. Spikes are omnivorous, feasting on fruits and meat, and even other spikes. This species appears to generate their young fast, birthing them through the orifices on their back. And finally, these creatures appear to be social in nature. They seem to care for their young and build these bizarre, cocoon-like structures. Spikes are almost certainly not native to Wrath, though their home plane may never be revealed. After the Rothi overlay, at least some members of this species survived, being present on the plane of Dominaria as recently as the Temporal Crisis. For a creature type with basically no lore, it's a wonder that there's a video for these creatures at all, no? Well, for one, I find them fascinating, and I hope someday that we do learn about these creatures, where they're from and how they live. More interesting than their lack of lore, however, is their universal abilities. All spikes enter the battlefield with a set number of +1/+1 counters, and most have abilities that allow you to move their counters around or use them for some other effect. While this creature type never took off, their effects would certainly be what inspired later ability words in the game, most notably the modular keyword from Mirrodin Block. I think it's interesting to look back at these weird, one-off creatures and examine how they influence the game, even if it doesn't seem like it. With the exception of Spike Feeder, which has seen quite a bit of play over the years, this creature type is largely ignored by the player base. But Wizards is known to revisit ideas all the time. Perhaps we'll see these guys again someday. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or sharing this video with your friends. If you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, you'll be alerted whenever I upload new videos. Finally, if you wish to support me directly, you can do so over on Patreon. My patrons get to see all my lore videos early, and I genuinely appreciate their support. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.